G'day, I'm Paul. It's time to go drag racing with some big SUVs. We've got together as many 7-seat SUVs with a low range that we could get our hands on. This is part of a bigger series with these cars where we're going to be doing some off-road driving and also some tow testing as well. So we put the call out to everyone who sells a four-wheel drive SUV in Australia with low range and 7 seats. And these are our entrants. We have everything from the budget KGM Rexton to the hybrid Tank 500, right up to the LandCruiser and Land Rover Defender. We've got our hands on as many of these as we can, but there are a couple that we couldn't get our hands on. So stuff like the Discovery and the big Range Rover. And we've also got some that were discontinued, like the Pajero Sport and the Fortuner. But we do have a wide mix of engines, everything from 6-cylinder to 4-cylinder to V8 and also plug-in hybrid as well. So we will see exactly how they go to crown the fastest 7-seat SUV with off-road capability and low range. And if you do want to check out the other videos in this series, going to be cards up on the screen and links in the description below when they do finally go live. But let's get cracking with the drag race. Okay, race number 1. Let's give this a shot. Look, I think honestly this is going to be a walk in the park for me. Plug-in hybrid drivetrain, this is going to absolutely maul them. I've also got launch control, the other guys don't. Max in the Rexton, he's also not really got any other modes except just hopes and dreams. MUX doesn't have a sport mode either. The Prado does, but it's more to do with its suspension rather than anything else. It sort of does a sharper throttle calibration, but it's not going to make the car really any faster if you're going full throttle anyway. So we'll give this a shot. Alrighty, count us in.
Launching on go in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Oh, they're all pretty strong off the line, but this thing is absolutely destroying them. Nice. Look at that. That is a piece of cake. Gents, I couldn't see who won. Was it the MUX?
Rexton all the way.
Are you serious? That is very impressive. Where did the other two place?
The Prado was last.
Wow, there you go. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. I thought the Prado would at least show up a little bit more. That is probably the heaviest here. I haven't had a look at the numbers, but given that it has a lot of that equipment, I think that is probably the heaviest. Might just do one more race just to make sure that it is consistent, and then we'll come back and do a rolling race. Well, it is very fair to say that this thing is very quick off the line. And then once it sort of gets moving, it stays quick as well, which is good. Alrighty, let's have our second run here. Let's line up. God, it does a weird lurching thing off the line here. It sort of tries to hop forward. So I've got to kind of time it perfectly, but we'll see how we go. Alrighty, count us in, Sean.
Launching on go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, no, what happened there? Kind of delayed its launch. I'm still going to maul them, but we'll see how they go. Oh, the Prado. Oh, the Prado's got some legs. I'm confused. Was that a completely different result? Did Prado win that?
Rexton still got second place, but yeah, the MUX couldn't back up.
Sean, can we get some official adjudication? Was the Prado winner there? I do love that this is the world's most boring drag race, but it has come down to a very narrow place to finish for second.
We're going to have to put it on the computer, but it was right at the line. I think the Rexton just pipped the Prado.
Guys, I will give you one more shot for redemption here. I think that's 2 for the Rexton. If there's a third in the bag here, then it's got it. But Prado, you might be able to nudge ahead here. Let's see how we go. Okay, we're going to give this one last crack here. I know that I'm definitely the fastest, even with that weird sort of brake holding thing it was doing. But let's see how the guys go. So, okie dokie, Sean, count us in when you're ready.
Launching on go in 3, 2, 1.
Okay. A different result again. What the hell? Oh, that is so funny. All right. Now, rolling race time. This is basically where we get up to 40 k's an hour. We're all going to select whichever gear we think is going to be best for that task, and then we're going to mash the throttle. Downside here with the tank is that if you do lock it in manual, it will hold gears. So I've got to kind of use second gear manual at 40 for optimum torque band, but then quickly shift into drive. So I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of dancing here. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so let's get up to 40, door to door. Okay, just as the rain starts. Okay, there's 40, 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. Oh, it is slaughter. Just like it was when we did our standing start, but I had launch control then. This time I don't, but yeah, it is a very easy win there for me. But it looks like the MUX came back there. I don't know if I was getting deceived there. Sean, what was the verdict?
Well, the tank won, and then it was the MUX, and then the Rexton, and then Prado should finish third.
Okay, so basically Rexton has like a firing start out of the box, but then it sort of tapers away. So look, either way, the tank is progressing, but our second place there changed depending on whether you're going from a standing start or a rolling start, which is just a bit of fun trivia. Okay, so that first run was pretty straightforward here for the tank, but it's going to get a little tricky now because we're talking about around that 700 Newton meter mark there with LandCruiser. We've got Everest, which is the lowest power and torque output of the bunch here, but the Land Rover Defender, big power output, decent amount of torque as well. So this is going to be much closer, and yeah, we'll see what happens here. So I'm going to have to work for my skills here, given that this thing is just, I don't know, weirdly difficult to launch. It sort of has launch control ready. You let go of the brake and then it's still waiting. So I'm going to have to try and time things well there. So we'll see how we go.
Launching on go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, that LandCruiser. Oh, the Defender. Oh, this is going to be close. Come on, let's go. Oh, no, I think he's got me. Oh, that is close. That is a photo finish. I had an okay launch there. It didn't brake hold. All right, let's do one more run. For some reason, my launch control just worked perfectly that time. It hasn't worked at all the rest of the time. So I think if it stuffs up again, I think the Defender's got this. But let's give it one more shot, see what happens.
Launching on go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Ah, no. Oh. Go, baby. Oh no, this is close. Come on. I think I got this. I got this. And I muffed up my launch too. Yes. Nice. What happened in the LandCruiser? Did you have a little bunny hop there in your automatic LandCruiser?
Unironically, I did. Not hard enough on the brakes, I don't think.
That's all right. I don't think you had a chance anyway. Alrighty, let's do a rolling race now. Drivers, so up to 40, make sure we're door to door, then I'll count us in. Okay, so there's 40, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, come on! Oh, that gear. Ugh. fell victim to a lazy gearbox. Let's do that one more time. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that's better. Oh, not really though. Oh no, he's got me. He has got me. Yep, Defender definitely had that. Even with the gear shifts working perfectly there, it was a win for the Defender. So I think this, because it has launch control, it fires out of the box really nicely, but it is the Defender that has those long legs. Defender also has almost 270 kilowatts of power, so a fair old chunk of power. So it will be the Defender that progresses through to the next round. Okay, this is where things are going to get a little serious. We've got some heavy hitters here. So Defender really, it just showed it had legs in that last run, but we have a huge V8 in the Patrol. The Patrol is actually a car that has been updated in most other parts of the world, but here in Australia, we don't get the new right-hand drive Patrol for another year or two. So we are still stuck with the V8, which is good news. This is the Warrior Edition, which means it has side exit exhaust pipes. It sits higher. It's on media all-terrain. It's a little bit heavier than a standard Patrol, but it sounds absolutely unreal and still has that stonking V8. Next to that, we have the Lexus GX. So this is basically a replacement for a car that we never got in Australia, but it comes with a petrol turbocharged V6. And then we have its big brother, the LX, which has a slightly more powerful version of that turbocharged petrol V6. So this is going to be a close race. I've set my Defender up here in its individual mode, which is diff set to auto, powertrain to responsive, steering to medium, traction control to more wheel spin, and then I'll just load it up. Patrol, same story. It hasn't got anything sort of too crazy there. You just have to load up the throttle. It is permanent all-wheel drive. Both Lexuses are permanent all-wheel drive as well, and both of those guys will be loading up the throttle and having it in their respective sport modes as well. So let's give this a shot. Here we go.
Launching on go. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, fired right out of the box there. Holy crap. Oh my God, this thing is a rocket ship. All right, there's the finish line. I think I may have jumped the start there, but the way this thing launched was out of control. We actually got wheel slip off the line. We'll do that run again just in case. Sean, count us in. I'll try not to cheat this time.
Go. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, nice launch again. A little bit of wheel slip. Oh, that Patrol has got a bit more in it. GX is surprisingly kicking it up a notch as well. Boom, excellent. Very nice. This thing is unbelievably quick. For a diesel, you just don't expect it to be doing what it's doing, but it absolutely hauls ass. Very impressed with this. All right, gents, I think that was pretty clear cut. Did the order change?
From where I was standing, it looked the same, but the Patrol was a lot closer this time.
It helps when I don't cheat. All right, let's do a rolling race, see if there's any difference at all. Okay, so it is roll race time. Same story again, 40 k's an hour. We will mash the throttle and see who comes home and takes the goods. Hopefully it's me, but that V8 Patrol's got legs, and if launching isn't its thing, maybe just long stretches of straight road are. Okay, gentlemen, let's do it. Same story again, 40 k's an hour, and then on my go. It's 30, 40, and 3, 2, 1, go. Nice and strong. good. Well, I think it's fair to say that Defender was the clear victor there. Now, once all the drag racing was done, I actually put these cars up against our performance measurement device, and these are some of the numbers that we came up with. There's some pretty impressive figures there, especially for that Defender. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that drag race. Something a little bit different and silly. I know nobody drag races these, but if you do own one of these, at least you know the Defender is now the quickest off-road SUV that we've been able to get together, because there are a couple that do still have V8s, but at least this one still doesn't shame itself when it comes to the traffic light Grand Prix. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure you like it and share it with your mates. And don't forget, we have a stack of other drag racing videos as well on our drag race playlist on YouTube. So thank you again for watching, but until next time, take it easy.